I'm beating every N64 game, and I mean all of them. The twist is, the next game I play is randomly selected, so I have no clue what's coming next. This is the journey to beating every N64 game. Game number 248, Turok Rage Wars. Released in 1999, this game was developed by Iguana Entertainment and published by Acclaim. This is our third Turok game of the challenge. We played Turok 2 relatively recently at Game 199. Now, this one is interesting though. It's not just a third entry in the Turok series. Instead, it's more of a side game that has nothing to do with the previous two game story modes. In fact, there is no story mode at all in this one. It's an exclusively multiplayer game. I hadn't heard of it before this challenge, and I was asked multiple times how I will beat this one since it's not a single player game. Well, that's not entirely true. You can play this by yourself, although you'll get a different experience than what was probably envisioned by the devs. So, there's gotta be something here to call this game beaten, right? Guess there's only one way to find out. Let's get into it. But before we do, I'd like to give a big thank you to the sponsor of today's video, FlexiSpot. I've been wanting to reduce space in my room, and a big thing that stood out is my bed frame. FlexiSpot felt like a great fit with their clean and simple design, and it's going to be a breeze to transport when I move soon. Their bed frame uses a Japanese joinery method where the joints slide into place, eliminating wear and tear over time. Very important for me is that it was so easy to assemble. If you know me, you know I absolutely suck with tools and building things, but I was able to put this together all by myself. The frame feels super sturdy with it being made of rubber wood, perfect for use in furniture. It's finished with a moisture and scratch resistant coating, so you know it'll look nice for a long time. Some sizes and colors are ready to ship. It's shipped within 1 to 2 days and it's delivered within 3 to 7 days. Mine got here really fast and it was in a small nice package. You'll be able to get started putting it together right out of the box. There's a bunch of customizations you can do. I got myself a Kana Japanese joinery bed with a headboard in the natural walnut color. It was a really cost-effective solution given how nice the materials are, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's super comfortable and it's the perfect place for me to relax in the evening. So, if you're in the market for a new bed frame, make sure to go to the link in the description and use code JPBF to get $20 off. Thank you once again to FlexiSpot for sponsoring today's video, and now, let's get into it. The main single player mode in this is the one player trials, so that's what we'll be doing to beat this game. There's a character select screen. For now, I could be Turok, Adon, or some third alien dude. Wait, skins? Aw man, I didn't purchase the Turok Rage Wars Battle Pass. I selected Turok and it opened a screen saying Trial of Turok. There was a barely visible path of nodes, so I guess I'll be progressing through this. First up was Proving Grounds. I had to acquire 2 frags with 2 lives. Dang, seeing the word frags is so old school. Immediately, I was dropped into the level and there was a dinosaur sprinting at me. So I did what I knew best and blasted it with the shotgun. Then I found another one, killed it, and I suppose I beat that mission. It said I acquired an eagle talisman and got a 1-up. These permanently increased my max lives in this one-player trials. Next was Crossroads. Again, I just had to get 2 frags. I was taking damage immediately and could not figure out where it was coming from. Oh, there's a dinosaur with a machine gun behind me, what the heck? As fast as I entered, I got my 2 kills in 1. It said I unlocked the Scorpion launcher. Oh, so are we getting new guns as we go? Third was Cathedral. I had to defeat Bastille with 3 lives. Oh, this is like a boss fight? Well, there's Bastille, I suppose. He had a shield which I was taking down. When it fell all the way, he kneeled down and I could lower his health. However, he got right back up then killed me. My goodness, this Scorpion launcher blocks like a quarter of my screen. Hitting Bastille directly with this thing was good damage. I ultimately wound up losing all 3 of my lives, but I understood the fight now at least. There's not really a penalty for losing, you just get to try again. I suppose you waste time when you lose, but that's it really. It seems Bastille can pick up the health on the ground too, because he healed a bit there. Basically like fighting an NPC bot. Took Bastille down on the 2nd try, got another eagle talisman, nice. Looks like there's about 7 nodes left on this Turok path. Let's do this. We're on to Fathom. I need to tag the monkey 3 times? What? Essentially, this is a different game mode where one player randomly becomes a defenseless monkey. The other players are trying to kill the monkey in order to gain a point. While being the monkey, you have to make your way to a highlighted panel to change back to your normal self. Then a monkey face appears on screen and someone else randomly becomes the monkey. If you search around, you may run into a crate of bananas called Retaliation. This changes you back to your old self for 10 seconds and changes all other players in the game into monkeys for that time. Kinda strong. With this across the map blast with the scorpion launcher, I killed the third monkey and won. Looks like there are optional nodes in these trials. Well, may as well see what it's all about. I have to get 5 team frags in 5 lives. Wait, who's on my team? Okay, the green arrow must mean they're friendly, at least I hope. So far, the game was incredibly easy. The maps have all been quite tiny too. Dude, I was missing like literally every shot here. This was DEFCON 5, had to get 6 team frags. Even though the game was easy so far, it felt a bit interesting. There hadn't really been any game like this in the challenge. Sure, shooters have had multiplayer, but none of them really had bots to fight against. Heading to the Spirit Temple now. Oh shoot, an Ocarina of Time crossover. This was the first map that was actually decently big. Took more than a minute to find people. I really like this weird free water area here. How is it just staying in place like that? Hey, nice. My teammate got a kill. I had a surprising amount of people ask me if I was playing this game online. Like, huh? Maybe you could do that through an emulator or something? Actually though, there was a singular online game for the Nintendo 64. It's called Morita Shogi 64. The cartridge had an RJ11 port to plug in a dial-up line, and it somehow would connect you to play against other people. Pretty neat. This animation of the bot climbing the wall while swinging the hammer is pretty funny. How is it doing that? This time for winning, I got a minigame icon. Apparently there are 36 of these in total. Getting half unlocks a time trial mode, and getting all of them unlocks Fragfest. Next was Stronghold with Capture the Flag. I could not find the flag in this. I just kept seeing text pop up saying flag claimed. Where? Where are they claiming this flag at? The stage was quite small, but I just never found it. I also pick up the power core here. This is a special item that grants a random effect from a list to the player. In this case, it made all other players move super slow. Finally though, I figured out where it was spawning. This is a weird free-for-all capture the flag, so it always appears in this room. You just had to take it to the green glowing thing to get a capture. It's a bit weird because you have no penalty when you pick up the flag. You can still use all your normal weapons, move at full speed, take normal damage. I'm used to Capture the Flag penalizing the flag holder in some way. Here's Courtyard, another Tag the Monkey 3 times map. This one is super small, but I do remember these colorful lights going all along the floor and walls really well. The Scorpion launcher is kind of overpowered in this game mode. You only need to hit slightly close to the monkey to kill it. Okay, the final mission, Starlight, where I have to defeat Tal Set with 7 lives. I suppose this dude is Tal Set, huh? After I took down about a third of his health, he kneeled down and disappeared. What? This dude is cheating! Then some kind of minion showed up and killed me. Oh, okay. I killed the minion and there he is again. And again, after the second third of his health was gone, another disappearance act. Tal Set has so many tricks up his sleeve. Uh-oh. Probably shouldn't fall in that lava. Why is this lava pool up in this place anyway? And what is this place? We're just seemingly chilling in space. Anyway, I wailed on him a bit more and Tal Set was toast. It just immediately cut away to a stat screen and said I had unlocked Raptor. Oh yeah, and look, there's Raptor on the character select now. So it seems there are going to be 17 trials in total. Also seems I unlocked a skin for Turok. Too bad the game is first person, you can't really see it. Well, no time to waste, let's move on to the Trial of Adon. Holy moly, there are so many nodes on her trial. We start with Proving Grounds again. I'll take this time to talk about the graphics and audio. The graphics in this game are pretty nice. It seems a bit toned down from what they had Turok 2 at, but I'd say that's a good thing. I was using high-res mode here, and the frame rate wasn't atrocious like in Turok 2. Still wish it ran faster, but this is pretty solid. The music's pretty decent, I guess. There aren't a lot of songs here. I looked up the soundtrack online and it seems there's only 10 total songs. It's more atmospheric, just kind of blending into the background, not really standing out. I imagine most people remember the main menu theme because of that yell at the very start of it. Unfortunately, I can't play the song for you because the owner of the copyright for the Turok game soundtracks always claims them all over YouTube, but you can go find it yourself. After beating the second mission, I unlocked the plasma rifle. Guess I'll be slowly getting all the guns in this game through this mode. Basic training, a new map. Is that really the name of this map? Adon spawns with a handgun rather than the shotgun like Turok. Is that really what her hand looks like? I thought she was blue. She also has to defeat Bastille. Are all the characters just going to have the same boss fights? Dang, this handgun is kind of strong actually. It seems the lives earned aren't shared between characters. I was back to the basics with Adon. Another new map, Fallout. The missions are mostly the same, just get 3 frags here. It seems the stages have similar aesthetic themes because this looks a lot like some of the other ones. Hopefully I learned the layout of these as I progressed. Then there was Boxed Set, where we were doing a bit of monkey tag. There are boxes everywhere, so the name checks out. The plasma rifle's pretty strong, kind of like a single-shot assault rifle essentially. Then we went to the Fire Temple, another Ocarina of Time crossover. Just get 3 frags here. There's a big pool with lava in the middle area of this one. Best not fall in there. I wonder what happens if I get the invincibility from the power core and then jump in there. Might be some loot down there. Then I went to Dire Strait, a super tiny map where we were doing some 1v1 capture the flag. It only takes about 7 seconds to go from the flag spawn point to the capture point. Both players just have to take the same flag to the same space. It's kind of odd. Prey is another super tiny map, just a square with corridors along the sides, along with an upper area you can climb up to. I can only imagine the chaos in a 4-player split screen match on one of these small levels. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe the game isn't lagging in single player, but I bet it chugs along in 4-player split screen. Alright, a new boss fight. We're in Warehouse and I've got to defeat both Syra and War Clubs. Hopefully I can do it. Well, I spawned in and immediately ran into War Clubs. I guess that takes care of him. Wait, War Club's health bar reappeared. Did he respawn? Maybe I need to kill both of them at the same time? Well, may as well kill Syra while I'm here. This is a much easier fight than Bastille in my opinion. Alright, there we go. They both are dead at the same time and it registered as complete. I unlocked Napalm Gel from winning that. Hopeless is a pretty solid map. Several of these rooms with slopes and multiple vantage points, as well as a large underground area to move around the rooms. I don't know, dude. I'm not an expert in FPS level design. It seems decent to me. What? A half Eagle Talisman? Now I gotta get 2 of these things to get a 1-up? I'm getting scammed here. Okay, why are we playing monkey tag? The monkeys are chickens this time. I don't want to have to shoot a chicken like this. Here's a level called Matrix, another futuristic looking one with all the colorful lights or whatever, but it also has swimming sections. Kinda cool. The water goes down to like make you drop from the ceiling in the center of the map. I feel like water sections would make PvP real unique in this. Like, what is this? It's so weird, but it's definitely unique. Anyway, after several repeat maps and missions, I killed Tal Set for the 2nd time and it said I unlocked Manted Drone. The 3rd starting character is the Elite Guard. His tree looks the same as Turok's. For beating his 2nd mission, I unlocked a radioactive flare gun. Unfortunately, it seems the missions are repeating now, but I'm slowly unlocking weapons. Actually, scratch that. I literally just lied. This is the Earth Temple, not a crossover with Ocarina of Time. A small room with a floating platform in the center, however, there are some tunnels along the edge that make it have a bit more space. Then there was Bomb Shelter. What was staying the same were the objectives. Just kill enemies, capture the flag, or play monkey tag. This level's quite big, mostly hallways with some rooms scattered throughout, several places to climb up the walls too. The next level was Tempered. This place has lava everywhere. Just a big old lava lazy river flowing throughout the entire place. Why is this here? I don't know. Someone must have built it. My teammate got stunned in the doorway here, so I did what needed to be done. Killing your teammate takes away one of your kills, which makes sense. For this mission, I got a Viper Talisman, raising my max health by 5. I wonder if that carries over among different characters. Here I am killing Tal Set for the 3rd time. I feel like we're going to be killing him a lot. I unlocked Guardian for beating this one. Okay, Manted Drone, you're up. God, I hated this level with these guys in Turok 2. That game was so frustrating. Found some new weapons. A boomerang, which I can't see being useful unless it's all you've got, and some PFM mines. I imagine the bots have no chance at knowing where I'm laying those. Also, I had to get 4 kills on the first mission instead of 2, so it does sound like the game is going to get harder. I also noticed my health was at 105, so it does seem like the health upgrade carried over. After beating the 3rd mission, I unlocked the assault rifle. That looks more like a submachine gun to me. It shoots a bit slow, not going to be a weapon I seek out regularly. Honestly, the pistol has been the best so far. Why is this guy just running around spamming the hammer? Did he glitch out or something? Dude, there is no one in front of you. Okay, Turok is spamming the hammer too. I guess they just coded the CPU to spam that thing whenever a player's nearby. It's so dumb looking. Oh snap, a new level? The Water Temple. Another Akara. Okay, fine. I get that those are kind of generic names. Look at that greenish water though. There's water all over the place here. This map's pretty cool, I think. The bigger maps definitely were my favorites, although it could be hard to find people with there only being 4 players. Ooh, after killing Syra and War Clubs again, I unlocked a rapid fire upgrade for the assault rifle. So the guns I find are going to get stronger as this progresses too. That's pretty neat. Then I unlocked a plasma rifle scope from another random mission. I thought I remembered it having one of those in Turok 2. Got a Cougar talisman. Looks like it increases my max energy ammo. I'm gonna be so kitted out by the final character. Tal set goes down once again. I kinda feel bad for him at this point. I unlocked Lord of the Dead for that one. May as well pick the new character next. Why not? Holy moly, look how big that tree is. There are so many nodes, what the heck? Also, I had to get 6 kills now instead of 2 or even 4. I really hope this doesn't get too hard. And there it is. My first death to Turok wailing on me with a big ol' hammer. Is one of the bots just a big swarm of bugs? What on earth is this? Or those are tiny dinosaurs? And the game calls them compies. I want to play as compies. Unlock the grenade launcher after the 3rd trial? Probably just gonna blow myself up. Well, it's doing pretty decent so far. Just don't use it near anyone. One thing I was noticing with these higher required kills was the other bots would steal my kills. Oh god, it's so annoying. I totally never stole my teammates' kills in Gears of War with the Lancer when they would down them. I definitely did that. Oh snap, I found the cerebral bore. I think it's just a random pickup in this game that comes with 1 bullet. Get bored, buddy. Wait, what? It's not a one-hit kill? How are you gonna tank the cerebral bore? For beating Syra and War Clubs, I got a boomerang upgrade. Whatever that means. Ooh, another new map. Mystic. There are really a lot of stages in this game, huh? I found in this Tag the Monkey mode, you can just find the portal they need to go to and camp there. Like, it's really broken because they're defenseless and they have 1 single path to go. So if you just stand on the portal, they have no chance at making it. And here's another new map, Bottleneck. There are several sloped hallways leading to dead-end rooms, as well as a teleporter and a hole to fall through the floor. This one can get real confusing. It feels like a maze in a way. Tightrope is one of those small maps with a narrow walkway at the top. I guess why it's called Tightrope. There are a lot of hallways along the edges of the room too. Leap of Faith is definitely the most vertical level we've run into thus far. What is that, like 6, 7 stories high? I can only imagine the vantage points you get once you've got the high ground. The Pit is a level that does a great job describing itself. There are these angled bridges going over a big old hole. You can also take the hallways along the edges to get to the upper level. It's a very odd design for a map, but well, I don't think they had a lot of examples to work off of at this point. Definitely seems like they're trying to make their own Unreal Tournament or Quake with this game. Wicked Dance? Really? Why is this level called Wicked Dance? Well, it's absolutely huge. You've got portals, holes through the ceiling, floating platforms. Good luck navigating this one. The halls all look so similar. I got a shotgun street sweeper upgrade for beating that trial. I guess I'm quitting the Turok tournament to become a street cleaner. Here's Bunker. No, not the one from GoldenEye. These new levels are so big. Looks like they were saving all the best ones for the new characters. A common theme in these levels is narrow hallways. Probably favors the shotgun in gameplay. Alright, we've got a brand new boss fight here, Symbiont. We're in the amphitheater level, and there are a lot of dudes running around. From what I can gather, there are a bunch of clones of Symbiont, and only one is the real one? At least, I think. Maybe there are multiple real ones. This one isn't super hard to win though, plus you've done a lot of trials prior to it, so you have many lives to work with. Crypts is another huge maze-like level. Several floors, places to drop down, open ramps to be shot from above. Then there's Firewalker, probably the stage with the most lava of all. Every single room seems to have a big pool of lava, and it would be easy to screw up while running backwards. Retaliation has a few of these rooms in the corners like this. Seems like it would be better suited for capture the flag rather than tag the monkey. This is just so unfair though. The monkey has to walk so far to get to this panel. 0% chance they get past me. It feels like this mode has some serious oversights. Here's Breakdown. Starting to run out of things to say about these maps. Don't fall in the lava. I think they would feel more unique if they had more graphic sets they used for them. Like, since they're reusing assets but with different level designs, they start to feel so samey. Time to kill old Towel Set once again. I unlocked Manted Mites for this clear. Okay, here's a weird one. We're playing as the raptor. Look at its little hands flailing around. This looks so goofy. Who had this idea? Although, now that I think about it, I remember playing the multiplayer in Left 4 Dead, and it was fun to play as the zombies there. So maybe this isn't such a weird idea. But yeah, this is the only thing you can do as the raptor. Obviously can't pick up a shotgun and shoot it or anything like that. That would be way too unrealistic. After beating the third trial, I unlocked the Jump Claw attack. Killing Bastille is so free with Raptor. That was an insta-gib, my goodness. Somehow I can pick up this flag, yet we can see both of my hands clearly empty. Must be in my mouth. Warhammer Rocket upgrade unlocked. I have no idea what the heck that means, but it sounds cool. Talset dead yet again. This time I unlocked Campaigner to play as. May as well play as him now. Aw man, his tree is another giant one, just like Lord of Dead. Found this sentry turret on the ground. Same kind of pickup as the cerebral bore. You throw it down and it's just an auto-aiming turret at that particular location. It's really strong. Unlocked the crossbow sniper scope, huh? I don't think I've ever seen a crossbow with a scope on it. Oops, accidentally used the sniper scope here. Probably not the best idea with a raptor directly in my face. This trial was actually quite difficult. I had to get 7 frags with only 2 lives. I kept getting my kill stolen when I needed 1 more. It's so tilting. Apparently, this character was especially hard because you're intended to play the characters in the order you unlock them. So I hadn't unlocked the gun this guy would spawn with and spawned with a hammer instead. Got the Petrify perk from the power core. This thing is nuts. You shoot someone and they just get completely stun locked. Well, now I can just continue shooting them completely for free. I'd be raging if my friend did that to me. Then I got the massive damage perk, which essentially just makes you one-shot everyone. Absolutely nuts with the pistol. Unlocked something called the Emaciator for winning that trial. That sounds even scarier than Cerebral Bore. Here it is in action. Too bad each shot you fire uses 10 energy rounds. Runs out faster than I do when I see a spider crawling around my room. Petrify combined with the hammer is amazing. What are you gonna do about it, buddy? Let me wail on you. And down goes Talset for the 7th time. This time I unlocked someone called Fireborn. Ah, great. Fireborn's trial tree is one of those massive ones too. Well, here we go again. After Fireborn's 2nd level, I unlocked the minigun personal shield upgrade. Since I was doing characters out of order, I didn't even have the minigun yet. We'd seen all the levels at this point, so it was a lot of repetition in our future. Do you wonder if this game has a storyline? Well, there is something they wrote in the game's manual. The Lost Land was born of chaos. Since the dawn of time, the Turok have maintained the balance between good and evil, order and chaos. The Turok control the Light Burden, a sacred vessel that holds the last remnants of the pure energy source that created the Lost Land. Whoever controls the Light Burden controls the power of creation. Fierce battles were waged in an effort to wrestle control of the Light Burden from the line of Turok and plunge the Lost Land into darkness. Now, you must prove yourself worthy to wield the Light Burden. You must relive the challenge of your ancestors and survive the Rage Wars. Dang, that hits kinda hard. Took down Syra in War Clubs, and I unlocked something called the Inflator. I literally have no clue what that could be based on the name. Oh, that's what it does? I guess the name does make sense after all. Blow them up till they pop. Okay, so if you know this game, you know I've not talked about something core to the gameplay, alt firing on weapons. Well, here I accidentally pressed the B button and noticed my crosshair changed. Yep, this activates that rapid fire upgrade I got ages ago, and I had no idea. There's one of these for every weapon in the game, although you do have to unlock them. The rapid fire assault rifle actually seemed like it was lower DPS than the standard fire though. Thabeast is dead for the 8th time. Unlocked Manted Soldier for this run through. Hopefully some shorter trials in my future. Alright, next up, the Manted Soldier. Yet another massive trials tree. I actually started losing a lot of these with this character. Had to get 8 frags and just 3 lives here. That's not all that easy, you know? Plus, it felt like the bots were getting better, which made it even worse. And then this one wants me to get 20 frags in just 4 lives? You gotta be out of your mind. I needed to spam picking up this power core and memorize where all the health spawns were. Just a casual out of bounds clip, you know, the usual. Nothing out of the ordinary for Turok Rage Wars. Beating Syra in War Clubs unlocked the Chest Burster. That sure sounds self-explanatory. How is it different from the Inflator though? Apparently it's only usable in multiplayer, so I never actually got it. Inflating the chicken turned out to be not such a good idea. I don't even know if it works to kill them. Decided to kill Thabeast with the Inflator this time. It's a pretty funny way to do it. But anyway, that's the 9th time we killed that fella. You just literally unlock nothing for beating it as Manted Soldier. That's fun. Now we're playing as Manted Mites. Remember those bugs flying around from earlier? Yeah, I'm playing as those now. I just got 2 creepy claws I slash people with. Got the acid spit attack after the 3rd mission. It doesn't seem to be that strong compared to just clawing people, but I suppose it is a ranged attack, so it has some use. Thabeast goes down for the 10th time. For reference, that took about 30 minutes, while Manted Soldier's trials took over 3 hours. Only got a minigame icon for that one. The only character left that I had unlocked is Guardian, so you're up, bud. Seems to be a medium-sized trial tree. Unlocked a freeze gun. Is that going to do the same thing as the Petrify power-up? Seems it just slows them down, so it's still pretty good, but it doesn't really damage them enough to make it useful. Killing Syra in War Clubs gave me the Mag 60 laser sight upgrade. Oh yeah, I've been calling that thing the pistol. It's actually the Mag 60. Wait, when you use it, you can't even move? What the heck? Apparently it does super high damage though, kind of making it behave like a Magnum. And then I immediately unlocked the minigun, the thing I was supposed to have for those harder characters I did before. It's pretty strong, but it does go through your ammo way too fast to be useful in my opinion. Yeah, that Thabeast guy? Yeah, he's dead again. Unlocked Juggernaut to play as. He's the only character I have left to play as, and it's another super massive tree. Ooh, an upgrade for the Inflator? What could that possibly do? It kind of turns it into like a long-range shotgun. If you hit someone, they inflate to full and just pop. One hit kill? Gruesome. After inflating Syra in War Clubs, I got a grenade launcher upgrade. That sounds fun. The grenade launcher alt fire just makes it blow up instantly rather than bouncing around and being on a timer. Both have their uses for sure. And then I got a freeze gun upgrade just a few missions later. It does indeed freeze people completely in place. This gun kind of looks like a super soaker. Kind of funny one-shotting Thabeast with the Inflator. Another character down. Now I've unlocked Oblivion spawn. Okay, the final character, and it's another huge tree, but we're almost there. So I'm not sure why there were 17 character slots in single player trials mode, but there's only 13 actual trials. Whatever. They certainly left the hardest character for last. 10 frags in 2 lives. You are out of your mind, devs. Thankfully, my turret saved me just before I lost my 2nd life. Got the Scorpion Launcher Magnet upgrade for that one. Killing Syra in War Clubs for the 8 millionth time gave me the Radioactive Flare Gun upgrade. Oh, I honestly forgot that was a gun in this game. The Flare Gun alt fire puts down a purple AoE attack. Anyone near it takes damage, and it's quite strong. It seems the CPU isn't coded to try to avoid it, which is pretty sweet. Got the Emaciator upgrade for beating that mission. Is that every weapon now? It essentially uses 100 energy rounds in a single burst shot. Better not miss, I guess. I don't think it's that good. And there we go. Talset killed for the 13th and final time. I unlocked absolutely nothing. I love it. At least all the characters are red in this screen now. We're not quite done yet. Yeah, you could say the game is beaten, but I found there is this screen with medals. There are 50 medals in total, and after 16.5 hours, I've unlocked exactly 4. They are for defeating the 4 bosses in single-player trials mode. The final medal is for something I've not touched yet, the 2-player trials. I don't have anyone to play with, but I should be skilled enough to just beat them by myself with an AFK player. Oh look, the other characters are selectable in this mode now. You can select your entire weapon loadout in this mode, which is pretty cool. Yeah, the trials are the exact same I've done several times in single player, but not quite. Now, on the first trial, I need to get 5 frags. You'd think me and player 2 would be on a team, but nope, it's a free-for-all. So I guess if either one of us were to get 5, we'd win? We're obviously in split screen. Did anyone actually play with the split going vertically instead of horizontal like this? I couldn't stand when my friends wanted to split it the other way. So there's something really interesting with these 2-player trials. I don't usually mention it, but most Nintendo 64 games have multiple versions. Like, I believe there are 3 or 4 different versions of Ocarina of Time, depending on how late you purchased your cartridge. This game initially released on a super cool looking black cartridge. I really love it when they used alternate colors like this for them. However, there was one big issue. The game was bugged and it was literally impossible to earn the medal for 2-player trials. One of these missions would just say you failed no matter what. It was genuinely impossible to beat, just an oversight by the devs. So, they fixed it and released a version 1.1 of the game, which was a standard gray cartridge. You could only receive it by contacting Acclaim and saying you had the broken version or whatever and that you want the new one. But most people never even knew that program existed. This makes the gray cartridge quite rare. If you go look on eBay right now, you probably won't even find a gray one for sale. And if you do, it's going to be priced at a ludicrous value. Anyway, thankfully I'm playing on the 1.1 version, so we can get this medal. Fighting the bosses is exactly the same. It's just a co-op affair now. Man, this actually would have been quite cool to play a multiplayer campaign all the way back then. I feel like that wasn't common at all in the 90s. I got a cooperative talisman after beating Bastille. I'm honestly not sure what this thing does. I think it's like the talismans from single player, but it feels like we have infinite lives in this mode? I'm not really sure. Okay, we killed Talset one final time. I swear this is the last one. Got a cooperative talisman. But more importantly, I got my 5th medal unlocked for beating the 2-player trials, which many of you back in the day would never have been able to do, no matter how much you tried. So what are the other medals then? Well, they're all obtained in the multiplayer mode. First up is dying to my own foolish gameplay 5 times in a single match. Specifically, it has to be 25 frags, 10-minute match. Why those specific values? I don't know. Apparently, they tried to prevent you from cheating at these by not letting you have an AFK player in the game. However, it's super easy to get around with just a rubber band on the controller. You can see the medal earned for Thab on the right side of the stat screen. Player 2 apparently also got something, not sure what. And there it is on my medals page. Alright, several more to go. Let's do it. The majority of these come from achievements on each individual map. How many maps? Apparently there are 36 maps in this game. Even though I just went through all those trials, that sure feels like a lot. So what is the achievement? Well, it's not exactly interesting. It's the exact same on each map. Get 10 frags in back-to-back multiplayer matches. Some of the maps need all 4 players to be human, so I went ahead and did that for all of them. Rubber band stocks were through the roof. So like, here's me getting the medal on Grim Retreat. That's 1 out of 36 done. Hey, we can even play in the map where you fight Talset. This place sure looks familiar. Apparently it's a team frag tag map in multiplayer. Alright, that took about 3 hours to do. The medals page is looking way more filled out now. Pretty sweet. What are the other medals from then? Well, they're kind of special tasks in multiplayer mode. This one requires you to get 15 frags in a 5-minute match. Would be pretty tough to do naturally, but rubber bands make it trivial. Then there's one for getting 25 kills in a 10-minute match. Actually should be easier because it's a lower kill per minute value required. Need to get 0 kills in a 25 frag match. Just had the other players being the mites and sprinted into their claws. Only 5 to go. Now I'm getting 10 sniper kills in a single match. Can be done with either the plasma rifle or tech crossbow scope. The maps are so small that realistically sniping would be quite the challenge. It was in this match that I also passively got the medal for getting 1,000 total kills. Mostly was done getting those achievement medals on each map. Getting the medal for coming in last here sounds easy, but it's actually really specific. It has to be a 25 frag match. You have to have at least 1 frag, and third place has to have at least 10 more frags than you. Basically a medal making fun of you for getting destroyed. Okay, I actually didn't get that 10 snipes medal earlier. It wasn't unlocking, so I think it has to be done in a 2-player match only. Weird it doesn't unlock in 4-player. The other missing one was for finishing a 20 frag match without dying. So what's the 50th medal I'm missing then? Well, there was one for getting 1,000 frags total, so obviously there's also one for getting 1,000 deaths total. Yeah, I wasn't really farming those passively, so this might take a minute. I set up a 100 frag match with the other players being mites spamming their claws. And yeah, I would spawn in, run forward, and immediately die. Repeat over and over and over again. Like, I did this for a really long time. Let's fast forward a tad. Actually, wait a second. Check out this genius tech where I brought 2 of the AFK players near each other so they split the kills evenly between each other. Instead of having to menu every 100 kills, it's about every 200 kills. You know how much time that saves? I'm a dang prodigy. Anyway, like 2 hours later, and I did it. All 50 medals in Turok Rage Wars. Was it worth it? Not really. But you get skins with all the different characters for doing them. For instance, for getting all 50, I unlocked the teddy bear skin for the mites. Now they're cute. You can't kill them. But yeah, that's about all there is for this one. Game complete. So yeah, there you have it. My journey to beating Turok Rage Wars. This is such a strange game for this challenge. I feel like it's one of the better multiplayer games in the entire library, but like, we don't consider that aspect in this challenge. It's all about the single player. And I mean, it's decent for single player. There are a lot of guns to mess around with, and they each have the alt fire mode, which is neat. 36 maps is kind of ridiculous, but at least it's variety. I do wish the aesthetics for the levels varied more. There aren't too many different themes, and they start to feel samey. It's kind of fun fighting the bots, for a little while. Plus, the boss fights are just the same types of NPCs, only with more health. Also, the game modes could have had a bit more variety to them, and I hated that tag the monkey mode. Like, yeah, the game is by far best enjoyed with friends. Just wish the single player wasn't as repetitive as it is. I thought it was super cool they had an achievement list though. That seems so unique for the time period. It's got pretty good graphics, and I wasn't too impressed with the music. Overall, just a really odd entry in this challenge. I gave Turok Rage Wars a 4 out of 10 for enjoyability and a 4 out of 10 for difficulty. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. We had a randomized marble race to determine which game was next, so here's how that played out. Or skip to the timestamp on screen to skip straight to the game selection. Alright, we'll play random. Robotic Roadway, let's go. 142 games on the list. We got like Shadowgate 64, 64 Trump Collection, Alice no Waku, and Heiwa Pachinko World 64, recently translated to English. But only one can win, so let's see what it is. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, off they go down the Pachinko machine. And there's Turok 3, I see it. Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey 2. Next Ready to Rumble boxing game, currently in the lead. SimCity 2000 Hybrid Heaven, Turok 3 as well. We got Asteroids, Battle Tanks 2. Wow, Battle Tanks was like game number 4. It's been a while. And we got 2 separate paths here. I forget which one of these is optimal. I think the ones on this path too currently. Oh, and Ready to Rumble boxing somehow falls. There goes him. Oh my god, how are you falling? And down they go, and Battle Tanks 2 is coming down. Star Fox is off the cliff. That won't be played today. Battle Tanks 2 coming along in the lead. Nightmare Creatures, Nagano Winter Olympics, NBA in the Zone 2000. Watch out, we got the hammers. Battle Tanks 2 has to get past this dangerous ops. Oh, there goes Battle Tanks. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, there we got, what do we got now? Zormaju, Bakuretsu, Muteki Bangayo, Nushitsuri, 3 Japanese games. They're coming through the bouncy field. And it's Chorono, Bakuretsu, Muteki Bangayo, NBA in the Zone 2000 getting launched forward. Bakuretsu, Muteki Bangayo coming along. NBA in the Zone currently in the lead. We got a couple obstacles left. NBA in the Zone 2000 coming into the quad comb here. WWF No Mercy tries to make a play, and here comes Ayashik. Oh my god, the next Rampage game! Out of nowhere! How did this happen? Whoa, nobody saw it coming. The next Rampage game. I played this on the PS1 so much. I don't know how long Rampage is. I played a lot of it on the PS1. Alright, the next Rampage game, which is Rampage World Tour. There we go. But yeah, if you're still here watching, you're awesome. Thank you, I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, or maybe even drop a subscription to the channel. Or you could even click one of these other videos that are on screen right now. And yeah, see you next time.